Hi everyone. Hi you all. Welcome to NinjaChris Live. I hope you've all had a wonderful week and thank you for joining today. I'm so glad to have you all here. It's been a very exciting, interesting week. Finally got back out of the house again after I really badly hurt my leg. I finally managed to get the confidence again to go out on the bus. And I went to the YMCA dinner meal, so that was good as well. It was a good meal. I ended up having two dinners, kind of like a sausage bacon. It was a pasta bake sort of situation, and I ended up having two of them, and each one had a couple of slices of garlic bread, and I couldn't help but do the Peter Kay thing in my mind, like garlic bread, garlic bread. Oh, this is the future, isn't it? This is the future. Yeah. Either way, it was very, very nice. And for a pudding, they gave you sticky toffee. I could have had a lemon pudding, but as most of you will probably know, not too keen on the lemon. I, I prefer to stay clear of the lemon, but I had a good time, and I just feel so good about getting out. I also got out again today. I had a walk. I actually had a walk around town, like I would have done before I hurt my leg. But mostly, I'm just glad to be building the confidence to get back to my normal ways, the ways I was before the thing happened, which I try and forget. I mean, I'm still hobbling, but I'm at least traveling a bit more. So I'm happy. I'm happy to be doing that. So it just makes me feel good in myself that I'm checking the world out again. Just enjoying. Yeah, so great being able to go out again. Finally get to one of them YMCA dinners, because I went to one before, and since then I hadn't been. Oh well, got there again. The last time I went, I had a nice cottage pie, so I definitely knew what one of those was. But good thing about going to dinners here, I might get meals that I would never have usually had. So I really, really enjoy it. And the YMCA is quite popular worldwide, as I've heard from somebody telling me that it's great. It's great. Great, but painful as well. But we get there, we get there, we get there. So thankfully, I've got kind of like a little, well, I got a guide who kind of tells me about some of the stuff that kind of makes me feel more comfortable while I'm sat there. Won't say her name, but she's been very helpful to me, and well, it's been good. I've definitely enjoyed her company, and she's definitely been helpful. It's been, and I suppose it's been a good time, and she told me about the end of the month on a Friday meals, so I thought I'd give it a go last time. Now it's good this time. I probably should pick a table with more people around it, but of course, I decided to sit on a table where it was only me. I mean, I know when I sit in town and stuff, I'm usually happy to sit there and watch, but I'm going to a meal and I'm just eating dinner like I would at home. I should kind of mingle a little bit more. I just don't feel I've been. Nobody really knew I was there. I was just kind of, well, just sat there eating the food. I mean, don't get me wrong, eating the food, not a problem. Loved the food, loved it. I've also been watching the snooker as well this week. Been quite an entertaining week. As you can see, I've got it on here right now. This is the semi-final between Sean Murphy and Mark Selby, and at the moment, Sean Murphy seems to be just edging it, but this one could take a while to sort out because it looks like they're both fighting each other very, very hard. So it's been a week of fun so far. Okay, I won't know the final until this one finishes. But we also had Kyron Wilson yesterday versus Ding Junhui, and Kyron Wilson got through pretty comfortably, so he got himself into the final. He won that 10-5. All the matches are best of 19, so it's 2 sessions basically. They start it in the afternoon and then finish the match in the evening. It all works out. So I have to do that to spread it over the week because there's only 8 players, so they all have to make the matches longer. And it's good practice for the World Championships as well, because the World Championship, when they start that, it starts as best as 19s until you go through to the next round, and then it's best of 25. But that's the World Championship. I believe that's the next tournament along, and this one is good practice for it. So, yeah, good snooker, good snooker. What's up is in the table at the moment, and he's gonna try and get the points back. His 50 opponents got 57 points on him, so he needs to do a little bit of work, and that was a nice split on the Reds. So if he clears these, I don't know if he needs a snooker. I don't think it really matters. It looks like he's in a pretty strong position to make a comeback in this frame. Unless you get enough points to win the frame, you've never actually won, because your opponent gets a chance. They can clear up just as easily as you did. So basically, make sure you get to around the 70 mark. So you're around 73 points, and then you can say, okay, I've won this frame now. So about around the 70 mark is usually about the winning of the frame. But it's been really, really good. But for someone who really enjoys the snooker, hey, of course I'm going to find it really, really good. Some of you probably thinking, what's this guy rambling about? Because, well, snooker doesn't really come over in the US, does it? So you probably won't know what it is. But I'll keep talking about it because it's something I enjoy to watch. And, well, it's my show. So I talk about what I want to talk about, and I'll ramble about what I want to ramble. Yeah, you understood that? I'll ramble. I'll ramble about what I want to ramble about. That's pretty much what I was saying. It's been It's a very sporty week for me, as last Sunday we also had England playing their second qualifier. They played their first qualifier against Italy during the week before that, and they've never beaten Italy, not since 1961. I mean, that's a long time to not beat Italy in Italy. I've got a feeling we've probably beaten them in England when they've come to us, but since 1961, since we've actually beat in Italy in their home country, that's a long time. And we won it 2-1, but we had to hold it out because we scored the 2 goals pretty early on, and then when Italy got a goal back, we started to, it was like, can we just hang on? Can we hang on till the end? Thankfully we did. We got the win, and since 1961 we finally stopped that feat. Thankfully. That's quite a long time ago. I wasn't even around at that point. It was about 19 years before me, something like that. 1929. 1929. Bloody hell, that's early. That's a long time ago. No. Anyway, 1961. And and then on the last Sunday we played Ukraine and we beat them 2-0. So the qualifying group is looking all right for England. But it's only 2 games, so we need to win a few more to cement our place in the Euros again. I've got a little confidence that we probably will do it. I mean, if we can beat Italy, we're doing okay. Though Italy didn't actually make it to the World Cup, so they've actually had a bit of a struggle recently. So who really knows what's going on? And through all this, Harry Kane has got the most goals for England now. He's got the record. He's beaten Wayne Rooney's record. Can anybody beat that record now? It's 54 goals for England now. Something like that. 54, 55. I think it's 54. Jury's out for a second. Who cares? He scored the most amount of goals for the England squad. So that's a good thing to have. And it definitely says that you're a good player. You're a very good player. You've done your duty on the pitch. And, well, you've got everybody saying thank you. Even our Prime Minister was saying thank you to him over a phone call. I don't want to go into too much of that before I start ranting about that. So, nah. So, either way, everybody enjoyed that he was the top England scorer for his international club. Don't know how well he's doing for Tottenham at the moment. I don't think he's doing as great for his club team because they keep talking about him getting transferred to another club because he's not doing as well. He's not showing his potential for Tottenham, which is his club team. So he might want to move to a bigger club so he can show what he can do. He's really a good player, but maybe Tottenham's holding him back a bit. Who really knows about? You can't really know what's going on in a football player's head. They just, especially a striker, just like get balls, put it in the net as quick as possible. Try and get as many goals as you can, or get as many goals as you can win the match with. So that's good. It's good. I never even checked if any of you was actually hearing me. I assume that you all can hear me. I never checked with the chat whether you could all hear me. So you can hear me. Yeah, good. Sorry, I never actually checked whether anybody could hear me, or else I'm just rambling for no reason when nobody could hear. I was I've had a 15-minute ramble there, so just take a little drink break, see what you guys are all saying about me. Plus, I needed a drink. That sort of thing. If you talk too much, you tend to need to take on a lot more fluids. Uh, Glad hopefully you're all having fun here. It's some other story that happened this week. It's not the greatest of stories. Those of you who know who Paul O'Grady is, I'm sorry he kind of passed on at, at such a young age. They say he passed on peacefully. What was he, 61, 67? I didn't catch it. But in his 60s, that's too early, especially with how popular he is. I mean, I didn't watch him so much, but he was such a ideal for my grandma and granddad because they used to watch him all the time. So it is quite a shock to see that he's gone. I mean, I did used to watch him as Lily Savage on that Blankety Blank show, so I did sort of watch him, but not like I. Oh, I did also watch when he did them Paul O'Grady show because he had his own show about 5 o'clock in the evening. I watched that for a little while. It's only because my grandma told me about it, and I decided to try watch it. And I only watched it for a little bit because, well, I think it got cancelled at some point, so I couldn't watch it even if I wanted to. But either way, he's done a lot in his career, and it is one of those things that you just gotta remember. My mum apparently watched him on a TV show called Most Haunted, so apparently he was funny on that. So he's a busy man, is Paul O'Grady, and everybody loved him. Shame he wasn't a cat lover. He was a dog lover, but hey ho, he was an animal lover, and well, he loved everyone and he cared for what everybody thought, and he was a wonderful man. Simple as that, really. Nearly everybody loved him. Yeah, Lily Savage. Uh, I know I haven't really spoke about Kitten Academy at the moment because we had a new mum cat surprisingly arrive. Wasn't expecting it quite as soon. So, well, we welcome her, and she's a lovely tabby and wonderful. She's so accommodating to Mr. A. She just wants the attention already. Looking out the window, just just enjoying the love. She's got massive eyes as well. Not like finger eyes, but not like these eyes. I know. Hey, okay. She's a-okay. That's that's the mum cat. Well, we'll call her cat at the moment, but I think she's definitely pregnant. I think she's definitely, yeah, because that makes sense. Only found out on Wednesday, I think it was, that we were gonna have a new mum cat, and they said we were gonna have it on Saturday. I mean, we did, but earlier on, said that she wouldn't be arriving today. She's a bit delayed, and then suddenly, there she is. She's arriving. I was not expecting that. I thought when saw it, I'd left the room. I was doing other things. Why does that sort of thing always happen? When I came back, she was, well, I saw her close up to the camera, and I just assumed it was Eddie being silly, just sniffing the camera. But then I looked at what room we were in, and then it's like, she's here already. Now, well, I gotta accept her arrival. I'm glad she arrived. Hopefully, she'll give birth to some wonderful children. Have some zoomy kittens. Like the ones that have moved downstairs now. The Kittens, they're downstairs now with a meowing thimble. That sounded weird, but yeah, she a singing thimble. No, it's not thimble, is it? Nibbles. Sorry. Actually, speaking of thimble, she went home with Silo earlier on this week on Tuesday. Went home to wonderful people, and they seem like experienced cat and kitten adopters. So sounds like they're all good with. So all of Thimble's babies are now gone. Barrel and Cistern, they're living a happy life together, because seen a few photos. I haven't seen much of Thimble and Silo yet from the adopters, but I think they said they'd get in contact on Discord. I hope that's the case, because it's always good to see not faculty. Well, it's good to see faculty as well, but we would like to see alumni get back in contact, show how quickly they've grown, or show how much they've grown from tiny kitten that you could fit in your hand to a very big cat that you can't hold in your hands anymore at all because they're so darn heavy. It's usually the boy cats. Silo's gonna grow massive, and it's gonna look like Thimble's shrunk. You missed my face, did you, Jennifer? Don't get much people missing my face. Probably people legging away from it. It's been a fun week for me. I've definitely enjoyed this week better. I'd say it was the first time I'd gone out, but no, the other times I have to go out is for the reasons that I don't enjoy too much. But they did get me out of the house and walking. But this one was a personal enjoyment situation. I got to do something. I got to have some control over what I want to do. I didn't. It wasn't an appointment or anything I had with the YMCA. It was just walk in and eat food. What could be better than that? Eh? And I didn't intend on having two of them, but the second plate. It was just kind of thrust in front of me and just saying, "Would you want some? Do you want some more?" Some more. She'd already put the plate down almost on the table. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll have it. I'm not really one for wasting food, so I thought, okay, I'll find room for it. And then I still had a pudding. And on the way home, my stomach was pounding because it was absolutely stuffed and full. I couldn't even have dinner later because I was absolutely stuffed. we'd usually we'd usually on a Friday evening we'd usually have a roast chicken dinner, but we decided to have that tonight instead. So because I wouldn't have enjoyed it as much last night because two big dinners in one day. I just had my dinner in the afternoon this time. I had a few snack things just to tide me over, just so I wasn't going to bed completely hungry. But it was a smaller thing just to keep me from starving. But I felt like I had enough for the rest of the day with how much I ate at the YMCA. I mean, they know how to feed you. They want to get rid of everything they cooked, even if it means giving you everything that's left over. Didn't even think of they've always got the regular option, or you could have a vegetarian option. Not a chance. I prefer mine with meat in it, and I think it had chorizo in it, some bacon, well, it did vegetables as well, and obviously to make it a pasta bake, you have to put the cheese on top as well. It was really nice. To be fair, I didn't know some of what was in it. I didn't really ask questions. I just ate it, and I was like, "Okay, that's nice. I'll continue." The garlic bread was good as well, but never anything wrong with garlic bread. It worked nicely actually, because well, I enjoyed myself. As I said earlier, whenever I talk about when I heard her say, "Would you like some garlic bread?" I nearly actually went, "Garlic bread?" And I was like, my mouth, thankfully, I managed to stop myself. I just said, "Yes, yes, please." Because that would have been weird if I'd just done the Peter Kay moment and just gone, "Garlic bread, garlic bread." Like, nah, just the sort of thing that you, yeah, yes, Claire. This is the future. This is good. This is the bloody future. I nearly asked. So have we got a cheesecake for pudding? Thankfully, no. It was a sticky toffee, but it's still nice. But I just I just figured it would have been funny if they'd bought out a cheesecake for pudding, because then I'd just be thinking, oh my god, hold it back. Just it'd kill me to try and hold it all in, because I just want to go cheesecake, cheesecake. Oh, you dirty man, you dirty. Oh, a cake, cheese. I just want to do that. That's the joys of when you see Peter Kay. It all sticks in there because it's kind of stuff that you can relate to, or somebody else has done it, and it's kind of like, yeah, I know that situation. Um, all the situations he kind of puts himself in. It's yeah, you can all relate to it. Because that was on the weddings, the garlic bread one. the garlic bread and cheesecake one, that was on the that was where I was talking about weddings and people dancing at the weddings, and you basically you're idiots at a wedding. Can't say I've been to too many weddings, but maybe one day. I did have my eye on a girl, but it's one of those that I could never have, I don't think. I thought I'll talk to her, but I can never have the girl. And never hang on. Oops. Hope she ain't watching. Never mind, eh? Maybe I've got a date then. But yeah, I'm a lonely guy who just trying to get a sort of social circle, trying to get so I can ramble about stuff because I can't seem to talk about the stuff. I mean, I'm the only one in this house who watches all these sports, snooker, the football, the F1, which is also this weekend, which they're also in Australia. So I'm very sported up this weekend. I'll give you that. But it's all good. I get it all done, watched. Thankfully, I have a record button, so I can just record it and watch it back later. Which is what I'll have to do with the F1 because they're in Australia and the time that they're racing is about 3, 4 o'clock around that time in the morning for me. So I'm not getting up that, and I'll probably end up falling asleep anyway because I've tried that. I've tried getting up or staying up, but every single time I've tried that, I've always fallen. I just ended up falling to sleep. I always just get there halfway and it's like, no, no, no. I'm gonna stay awake. I'm gonna stay awake. No, gone. And then I realised the race is finished or something. Oh, and then I realised I've just fallen asleep and I've missed everything. I'm probably fine because it's on the F1 channel. I'll probably find that I'm watching the highlights. I suppose that would be a funny thing. You'd be like, I fell asleep and oh, it's the same race. Like, no, this is the highlights you're watching. Like, you ever have that problem where you fall asleep and you don't actually realise you've fallen asleep when you've when you wake up, you're like, I didn't even fall asleep. How am I waking up? Just that confused situation you're in. I don't even remember going to sleep. So I don't I didn't think I needed to wake up because I figured I was already awake. Does that sort of make any sense? Or am I just rambling nonsense? Guess I'm just rambling nonsense anyway. It's a Valentine card. No, I can't give a Valentine card to a girl I barely even know. Anyway, no. I don't want to get into that. But I probably see her every single time I go to the YMCA, but it's a girl that I know that I could never have, and I'm not even gonna try. I just go there, just eat my meals, and probably leave and think of what could be, but it's never going to be. So it it's gonna be like torture every time 'cause think I'm gonna be talking to her, but I know that's all it's gonna be. All it's gonna be is talking because, well, she works there and I it's never gonna happen. I don't know. Don't think I ever deserve a girlfriend or whatever. Don't matter. I've still got these vlogs and stuff that I can do, and I can still chat with them, which is which is good enough for now. I'm hap I'm quite happy with just chatting with them, just getting out the house and knowing that I can go somewhere and try and chat with people, but I don't think he's gonna work in the relationships for me since the only relationship I'll probably make is friendship, which is good, which is very, very good. Yeah, getting out of the house is good. That's so was going to the YMCA dinner was an idea just to get me started. My dad took me to the location of the campus, and then I got the bus back and got home by myself. So that was a kind of way of testing that I can actually do it. I mean, I figured I could do it, but it was good to put myself in a situation where I felt like I needed to do it. It's that weird thing because I didn't go out for walks and stuff because I was like, I don't need to do it. I don't need to go out. I'm quite happy. But the thing is, sitting at home with a bad leg, what am I doing with myself? It's like I'm back in lockdown again. But then, no, well, sort of healed. But hopefully, I can get back into chatting with people, get into the rhythm, get into the mood, and re-establish connections with the people before I hurt my leg. It seems like they all remember who I am because it feels like such a long time ago. It could have been so easy just to forget who I am. I mean, I was at one point doing the community gardens videos, but I stopped doing that because well, I couldn't get there, and the ground is quite uneven, so I need to make sure my leg is good enough so I can handle the different terrain. But it sounds I feel like I should get back there again soon. They seem very welcoming and it's good to feel welcomed. It's just me and my paranoid ideas thinking everybody dislikes me as soon as they see me. As soon as they see me, it's like that guy, he's bad. But we'll pretend to be his friend. It's just I suppose that's a negative thing to think, isn't it? So I want, I should accept that they are genuinely nice people, but it's difficult to know for sure. But I'm not gonna stalk them and see how they are in their day to day life. Some of them, their day to day life is what they do. I mean, I think, well, the YMCA is there for homeless people, so they may stay there all the time just to make sure all the people who are living there make sure they're all safe and comfortable. So I guess they've got to have staff there all the time. Obviously, they'll keep changing. They'll probably have some sort of rota to work to. So that's, well, it makes sense, doesn't it? I I I'm sticking to the meals now. I'm I'm considering the idea of maybe seeing what I could do there, see if I could volunteer or something. Find some a place for me, that kind of thing. Just just to help me get through, as well as going to the lunches. I basically can stay there all the time and see the see the lady that I keep seeing and then thinking, "No, I can't have that. I can't have that." But anyway, yeah, she's she's nice. She's nice to talk to because I can actually talk without stuttering to without stuttering. I can talk to her like we're already friends. Because usually when it comes to talking to the ladies, I don't know, I don't really I try and say as little words as possible just to try and give them the response and then run off because, well, as one of you said, I was shy and yeah, that's but there's the occasional lady out there that lady, woman, girl, I can talk to without having to worry for some reason. I don't know what it is, but I try and take them moments and think maybe I've got a chance here. She looks around a similar age to me, or something like that. I mean, I never know. Obviously, I'd never ask a lady her age. I'll wait for them to tell me. If they want to tell me, they'll tell me. Don't go up saying, "How old are you? How old are you? Tell me your age now." No, I won't do that anyway. That sounds a bit too much, doesn't it? Okay, Autumn. I'm not sure I'm a ladies' man at all. To be fair, I don't really go that many places where there's people who are, let's just say, not people around my age. Most of my conversations go with people who are more of experienced in life. So I don't think I'm gonna be dating them anytime soon. I mean, do we even call it that anymore? I mean, most of you meeting ladies is online now. If you want to meet the future Mrs. Lowe, essentially. If I wanted that, I'd have to go online and look at somebody's profile and go, right, I'm having that one, I'm having that one, on that one, on that one, on that one at a time, maybe. Yeah, I'll just have them all. Yeah, I'm Hugh Hefner in real life. I'm not. Yeah. Don't worry, I never ask a lady her age. If she wants to tell me, then I'm happy to hear. Socks. Socks. I have socks that are on you. Yeah, yeah I think I've heard that one. Oh, I'm sure you're fine, Autumn, but I'm sure you're married, got kids and everything, or you've been around a bit. I don't know. I don't know. I try and avoid asking questions like that. It's it's a very sensitive situation, I suppose. Finding a relationship, it's a hard nut to crack, I think. But maybe one day, maybe one day I'll just fall on the right girl. Well, hang on, uh, that's not how I'd like to meet her. I don't want to fall on top of her and say, "Right, you're mine. Can you take me to A&E? Because I think I've just broke my pelvis or whatever." Because I can't move now and I've trapped her. So I've got her forever now. I'm just, hang on, where's this going? Yeah, I'm on top of her. Yeah, I prefer it on top. Yeah, okay, shut up. Oh man, what am I on about? suddenly forget I'm suddenly talking about. No, I'm not talking about it. Ay, ay, ay. And that's why I say I'm a hopeless romantic. Hey, I've been doing okay on my walking around on my own, just enjoying life outside. I know there's nothing wrong with it. It's just I just feel like if I had someone else, you might she might be into vlogging. She might be into vlogging as well, and then we could do a show together. Oof. You'd have Chris and whatever her imaginary name would be. She'd just be sat there and we'd do a double act. Yeah, that's the dream right there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But my chances with the one that I see really it's painful, but it's also soothing to know that you've got somebody to talk to, because it was a new experience for me, and I'm glad I've got somebody who kind of relaxes me when I go to the YMCA. Somebody who so I'm just happy to have a friend, or a few friends actually, because I got the ones from the community gardens as well, and they come up because I bumped into those as well before we went into the dinner room, because we were sat. It's like a first section where you sit down, because you've got to. I sit down, wait for them to open the door, which is the main kind of dinner room area, kind of like a function room. It's got a load of tables set up. You take your seat. There's already a knife and fork and everything there. But I sat at the one table where I was the only one at that table. But in the future, I need to pick a table, or because there was long rows of tables, and I was just sat on one table. There was room for another couple of people, but nobody else joined me. It's fine. I get along with it, but it's good to. I'm working my way in again, because it was only that one time, and there's about 6 months in between in between times of going. So that was kind of like my first time again. Hopefully, every month I'll continue through. I'll try and get the community gardens again. I need to get my camera working, because it's been kind of dormant for a while. I need to make sure it needs to be charged up first, because it's been sat there for so long. No doubt the battery's gone. So I'll need to plug that in and get it all working again. Hopefully, Autumn, they're not all yours. If you've been married, unless you've been married 9 times, then hey, no judging. No judging. It's just like, what's wrong? What happened to the other 8 guys? They're not good enough for you. The thing is, though, if you get divorced that many times, they probably wouldn't let you get divorced that many times, would they? Remember seeing Ross in Friends? He tried to get divorced the third time, and the guy said, "No, you're getting divorced again." Joanne, it's good to see you here. Ooh, Victoria Sponge Cake. I'll take your word for it, Autumn. It's kind of awkward to try and scroll back while you're on live. If I missed what you said, you just say it again. Kind of like how Mr. A does his close-ups. If he misses it first time, say it again. Say it until maybe I answer. If you're that desperate for a response, then you can say it as many times as you can say it loads of times, and and I'll be sure I'll eventually see something. So I'll only work off what I see at that particular moment in time, because I think I focus too much on trying to read the chat. But now I'm trying to improve these things, and I'm getting into enjoying this stuff again. I'm not having to rely on the chat. I'm kind of writing lists of notes and stuff, so when I do talk, I kind of open with my own conversation, even if it's random nonsense. But I open up with my own conversation. Just, this is me. I'm here. I'll say my bit, and then after about 15 minutes, I'll probably need to take a breath, and I'll read what the chat are saying right there and right then. I might scroll up again just while I'm gathering my breath, but most of the time now I'm just going to go off what I see on the chat at that particular moment in time. So well, I think that's I'm not sure. Is that a compliment? You learn? Do you want to learn about me? Thing is, I forget that I actually forget what I'm rambling about. My mouth just starts going no, 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 and then I don't even remember what I was talking about. I don't even know if the stuff I was talking about actually made sense. Whoa, I've not really been watching the snooker either, have I? Sean Murphy's gone up to. He only needs one more frame. Hell, I'd say that's flying along, but it's not really, because holy, time really flies when you're having fun, doesn't it? I mean, we've done nearly an hour already. I really have been having a good ramble. I remember it's Easter next week, and well, I'll have to be doing the show on Saturday, obviously. Well, Sunday I'm going. We're going to my auntie's and kind of having instead of a Christmas dinner, it's an Easter dinner, that sort of thing. So it's going to look like a Christmas dinner, but it's at Easter because my dad had an extra turkey or something. So we're going to have that, and it gets us together, because we need to get together and stay together. Whatever family we've got, we just need to stay in contact with each other, because if the last few years have taught me anything, you don't know how long you've got left with each other. So enjoy every moment you've got with each other, because you never know what's round the corner. So every single second you've got, use it wisely. Use it with family. Stay in contact. Even if you say that you don't like that family member, you still gotta maybe say hello each time, even if it is just that hello, how you doing, stuff like that. and then once they've done, hang up the phone or punch them in the face. But at least don't punch family members in the face. That's gonna be a bad one. No, I'm not endorsing that. Please don't. Though some families do end up breaking out in fights, so sometimes that can't be helped. But let's not fight. I'm a lover, not a fighter, and I love all you guys. I love doing this. I'm so glad I managed to keep my word from Christmas, and it's kind of. I suppose that is was my New Year's resolution. I'm gonna get back into doing the live streaming, and look at me, I'm live streaming, and you're all here chatting, and we're all having fun. I'm having fun anyway. It's easier when you know what you've got to talk about. When you plan ahead what to talk about, get me a starting point, and yeah, eventually I'm gonna run out of stuff on the list that I've made, but at that point I'll get back into just reading the chat and say it, and we just talk to each other then. Yeah. I guess it was as soon as that my OBS thing stopped working, it I just kind of gave up on trying to do the live stream. But now I'm using the YouTube live stream thing again. Seems much better. Seems like a it's a simple thing, but literally just hit play and let's go. We're live. I'm live. You're just talking. I assume you're all alive as well. You're, my face is just the only one that you can see. Whether you want to see it or not, but you all seem to want to see it, and that's fine. I don't know how I fill an hour, but that's just me. I just ramble, and it's like a conversation. Yeah, Cecilia, you are here. I saw some of you saying hello, Cecilia. So yeah, hi. It's it's good that you're all returning as well with me. It's not just me talking though. I could do that too. It's just nice to be able to try and talk to you guys. Whether I've got a logical, decent answer or not, I never know. But I'll try to respond. Trying to work things through. I still got to iron out a few creases with these live streaming and stuff. But really, all I'm doing is talking about what I've done in in the past week. If I've done anything remotely interesting, and yeah, the most interesting thing I done was going to the YMCA, and that's what kind of rebooted my going out. And now I should hopefully start going out a bit more. I think going out today as well was good. I basically did the route I usually used to do. If it was a bit more hobbly this one, but I did the route. And when I got home, I really kind of felt it. So I feel like I'll take tomorrow to myself, and I may start walking again on Monday. Just let my leg let my leg rest a little bit, because that was quite a walk I did today. But hey, I'm still standing. I don't know the lyrics at all to that one. I probably all relieved about that. I don't want to start singing. Wow, 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 wow! It has literally gone an hour now, and I'm not. I'm getting too into this, aren't I? I'm getting too addicted to you guys. Yeah. Well, thank you everybody for being here this week, and hopefully, hopefully I'll see you all next week. So you remember to join the NinjaChris fan club. That's well, that's the fate. You could join the Kitten Academy fan club if you want that, which is now managed and admined by Anna herself. So yeah. Anyway, thank you. You've all been absolutely wonderful people for coming. So I will see you next week and have yourself a wonderful week. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. Choo choo.